Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Pittsburgh Panthers taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Lined up for the opening kickoff. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Running through contact. And the returner will be knocked down. The Mustangs offense will have the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Fires complete on the crosser. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. The incomplete pass leaves them with second down. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a third and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Mustangs will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. So the Pitt Panthers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. With the catch, it's Lee. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Pitt right back to the line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. It'll be a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. Back to throw, it's Holstein. Trying to get to him. Quarterback gets enough. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Pittsburgh trying to put a touchdown on the board in this red zone trip. Feeling some heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Yeah, and this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. Off play action. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that pass picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
At the 40, there he goes. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David. You saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because it's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. After the incompletion, it's second down. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Finds his big tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
And they'll send out the field goal unit.
Number 41 on the field goal.
It is perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Jacksonville State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Grabs it in the middle. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He's looking for a man on second down. Dances away from the heat. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll throw it on first down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Gets it out quickly. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Panthers have it with a 1st and 10.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Pocket starts to collapse. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. In the waning seconds of the first half, just enough time to try a field goal to take the lead. Field goal is good. And the 3-ball locks us up as we get closer to the half.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back, and they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Dallas to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. And a really competitive game so far. I'm talking razor-thin margins in the big statistical categories. And while it may be a broken record, turnovers are the name of the game. The team that limits them, the ones that win that turnover margin, generally speaking, are the ones that have the best chance to get that dub. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
The Mustangs will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And the ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Fumbles are great when you force them. You're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. Really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Hudson. Oh, he left him grabbing. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The aerial assault continues. He's got it on the run. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all.
10, hit, 3.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Got his man quickly. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. On 3rd down, going up top. Looking for a big gain. He makes a catch. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. He wants to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on 1st down, but it doesn't work. It'll be 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. A 3rd and long coming up here. He'll try to pop the draw. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Fast motion from the offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd down.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll run it from the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. He fires a bullet to the right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. He leaves it with his back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Running behind that left side. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.